Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, we'll be discussing the past continuous tense or past progressive tense. Now, what is this past progressive tense? If any action is going on continuously in the past, in that particular instance, we'll be using the past continuous tense. Now, what is present continuous tense? If any action is going continuously in the present moment, then we'll be using the present continuous tense. Now, let's understand the structure. Structure is subject plus was or were plus V1 plus ing plus objective. So, this is the structure for the past continuous tense. So, just look over here. We have the singular subjects here. We have the plural subjects here. Now, I said I. I is the first person singular. He, she, it is third person singular. Next, we have Ramo, Alex, etc. This Ramo, Alex can be generally the third person singular. Any name would be the third person singular generally. Now, we have the plural subjects, we, that is all together. The first person plural, you is the second person singular and plural, they is third person plural, and dogs, cats, markers, pens, benches, tube lights, anything it may be. Noun plus s can be generally considered as the plural subjects. So whenever the plural subjects have come, for sure and certain, here the auxiliary verb would be were. Now in the same fashion, for the singular subjects, the auxiliary verb would be here was. Now we have discussed something regarding the subjects, and also we have some knowledge regarding was and were. Let's understand this was and were. Now what is this was and were generally? Was and were would be a part of the be forms. Now what are be forms? Generally be forms are am, is, or, was or were, will be or shall be. And these are generally considered as the be forms. And whenever be forms have come in a sentence, then what we will be using as the main verb? That's altogether the V4. That's altogether the present participle. So we'll be using the present participle over here. That's altogether V4 or V1 plus ing. Now let's understand this past continuous tense with certain examples. So before going to the examples, we need to understand that we have certain clue words for the past continuous tense. Now what are the clue words that we have? Generally we have when and while. When and while. Generally this particular clue word will help us in understanding the past perfect tense in a great way. And these clue words also will help us to answer the questions which are given in the exams. Now just look over here. For example, I said he was going to market when he saw a snake. He was going to market when he saw a snake. Now in this particular example, he was going to market. Now here we have was, we have going. Now these two auxiliary verb and the main verb will indicate us that this is in the past continuous tense or past progressive tense. Now just look over here. We have the clue word called as when here. After when, you can see here he saw a snake. Now what is this saw? Saw is V2. For example, we have see, saw, seen, seeing, and sees. This is V1, this is V2, this is V3, this is V4, and this is altogether V5. So we have the V1, V2, V3, V4 and V5. Now we see he saw a snake. Saw is altogether the V2 over there. Just look over here. In the present, in the past continuous tense, how the structure would be, how a sentence can be formed. That is when plus simple past tense, or while plus past continuous tense. So when plus simple past tense or while plus past continuous tense. These two are possible. Based on this when and while clue word, now we can make any number of examples. Provided once when has come, for sure and certain the simple past should come. So for that we have this example that's all together. He was going to market when he saw a snake. Now saw is altogether the V2 over there. That means the second part of the sentence is in the simple past tense. Now let's see one more example for while. For example, Alex was reading and John was eating. Now let's place while here. While Alex was reading, John was eating. Okay, that's a full stop. While Alex was reading, John was eating. So whenever while has come, now you need to go have the past continuous tense over there. So in this format, we can make any examples as possible. Let's solve these questions which are relating to the past continuous tense. See the first question. The terrorists going to Pakistan when the police attacked them. Just look into this. So in the bracket they have given going, and now we need to answer this question correctly. The terrorists dashed to Pakistan when the police attacked them. So just look over here. We have when, there is a clue word. Next we have attacked. Again the clue word, that is V2. So attacked can be generally used as the simple past tense, as we learned that past continuous tense would come first, then when would come, and after that the simple past tense would come. So when has come here, then we have the simple past tense. That means the sentence would be in the past continuous tense. So the terrorists were going, okay, the terrorists were going to Pakistan when the police attacked them can be the right answer. See the second question. Ramu was listening to music. Okay, Ramu was listening to music when his two-wheeler burst into flames. So this is the question. In the bracket they have given burst. Now we need to answer this. Let's look at the clue word. Let's all together. When. We have when here. Two-wheeler burst into flames should be in the simple past tense, because already was listening is in the past continuous tense. Bursted, shall we write it as bursted? Okay, bursted into flames. So but this is wrong. So why this is wrong? Because let's understand the verb form of burst. Burst, 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 bursting and burst. So this is altogether the 5 verb forms of burst. So V1, V2, V3, all the 3 are same, that is burst, 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 bursting and bursts. So it is same as that of cut, 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 shed, 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 put, put, put. So V1 to V3 would be similar. So here the answer is burst. Okay, burst is the exact answer over here. Now see the third question. Cattle dash grazing in the field when the rain started. So when is altogether the clue word pertaining to the past continuous tense. Next we have the V2 over here, that's altogether started over there. Now we need to answer this. So cattle was grazing or were grazing. For example, was or were. Which one is right answer here now? So cattle, is it singular or plural? It's plural. Okay. Now let's understand this question, because this particular question is related to noun topic. In noun topic we have a particular rule where certain words which will look like singular but will always take the plural auxiliary verb. Now what are those words? Just look, have a look over here. Cattle, peasantry, cavalry, infantry, peasantry, next gentry, police. These are the words which generally look like singular but they are plural actually. So they will be taking the plural auxiliary verb after them. Now cattle were grazing in the field when the rain started. So were is right here and was is wrong. Now just look over here. Peasantry. What is peasantry? Peasantry is the farmers. Next we have cavalry. What is cavalry? Infantry. So in olden days, the soldiers used to take the swords and they used to walk or run and they used to fight with the enemy army. And there used to be certain soldiers who would be experts in the horse riding and they used to sit on the horse and they used to go into the enemy army and they used to kill them. Now, the persons who generally start fighting by using their foot is called as the infantry. And the soldiers who generally fight by using the horses, sitting on the horses, them we are generally calling them as the cavalry over there. So next we have the peasantry. Peasantry are the farmers. Next we have the gentry. Gentry is altogether the senior citizens. Senior citizens in the sense the respectable people in a particular city or community or in a village. So them we are generally calling them as the gentry over there. Okay, gentry. Next we have the police. So these are the words which would be going with the plural auxiliary verb over there. Now see the fourth question. They were dash the deserts when the main course started. Now in this you need to fix the exact fitting answer over there. We have option A serving, option B servicing, option C server, option D none. Now what is this main course? Generally we people would go to any functions, and when we go to any functions, there the food course would be going on. The first section would be the starters, where some soups would be given to you which would act as the appetizers, which would increase the hunger in us. There is the appetizers, there is the starters. Starters would be some soups, okay, corn soup, something like that. Next we have the main course. Now what is this main course? Main course is the main food that you eat. For example, if you eat chapati or roti or biryani, something like that, that is altogether the main course. And the third one we have, what is the third one now? The third one is altogether the desserts. Now what are these desserts? Desserts are the sweet items that are given at the last. For example, either it may be ice cream or sweets, or it can be either chocolate also. That can be the desserts. So now this is something related to the food industry. Food. They are serving the food now, right? Now the answer would be serving. Option A, serving would be the exact answer. Here we need to understand a confusing word, that is desert and deserts. So desert is altogether the barren land where we see a huge amount of the sun rays. Now next we have desserts. Now what are these desserts? Desserts is nothing but the ice cream or some sweet etc. that is given in the food course. So between the both there is only one extra letter over there. In the desserts that is double S, and in the desert it's only one S over there. So that is the fourth question, and finally the answer is serving. Now let's look into the fifth question. While I was watching TV, made dash come. So why is the clue word over here? Now I said I was watching TV. So I is singular, was, okay, watching is V4, TV, next is made we have, and come we have. So the first part of the sentence is in the past continuous tense, and the second part of the sentence should be in simple past tense. So made, came. So this is how generally we will decode the question and then we'll try to solve the answers for that. Okay.